brought to you by LaglessGG. Get 35% off your first purchase by using code CygnusMC or click the link below. You finally bought a new Minecraft server, or you just built a server and you're ready to go. You launch Minecraft and oh my god, the lag. So you Google and you try to optimize, but there are like pages of like 16 different things you need to do and you don't know what to do. Fear not, citizen. Today I will be going over a list of some of the biggest tips I have for optimizing your Minecraft server. And this works for nearly any Minecraft server. Paper, Fabric, Forge, it doesn't matter. There is a disclaimer though before we start. Getting 500 people on the server will always cause lag. Lag is inevitable, so you're not gonna have a server lag free all the time. But you can do your best. Let's go. One of the biggest causes of lag is world generation. When you get into a boat and you go on a nice little journey, the server actually needs to calculate what the chunks you are going into look like. They do that according to a seed and a mathematical calculation. That calculation is pretty intensive. Like, try to do maths on a paper while also drawing another thing on the side, right? It's gonna be very messy for you as well. Imagine the server having to do that and also checking your redstone, checking your chests, updating your inventory, doing all your crate shenanigans. That's gonna impact server lag. So what you do is you pre-generate. And what do I mean with pre-generating? Well, you get a nice little mod like Chunky over here. You drag and drop that into your plugins or mod folder. You then set a world border of like 5,000. That's what I tend to use. And then just run it. It will take some time, but after that you will have majority of lag already sorted out, because the server now only has to load your data instead of generating it out of thin air with a mathematical calculation. It's one of the biggest tips I have on this list, so please pre-generate your world. An issue I see a lot of people also make is uploading their own mod packs to their servers and thinking everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with making your own mod pack. That's how Minecraft actually became so big. The issue becomes when you upload all your client-side mods as well. Mods like Sodium, mods like Iris. These mods are not only detrimental to performance sometimes, they also crash your game in most instances because it's trying to open OpenGL or some other rendering software which you don't have because you have a server, right? So keep those out of your mod packs you upload to your server, because otherwise you might have a nasty surprise. Another tip that I give a lot of people is to limit their render distance. See, your server can actually limit how far you can look. For example, if somebody, a little Timmy, joins your server with a render distance of 32, it will lag the server because the server tries to render 32 chunks and tick them according to that guy that just logged in, right? You can limit this, both the simulation distance and the redstone distance, to about 10 and 4 respectively, right? This will make sure that your server won't lag that much because it's not rendering as much, and combine it with distant horizons, it will actually not even be noticeable for the majority of people. So limit the simulation distance to 4 and limit the viewing distance to 10. That should also help your server survive a lot longer. Now, a bad car with good tires won't get you far in life, right? You need good hardware. It's important to start with good tools and good hardware. That's why I teamed up with today's sponsor, Lagless.gg, to bring you a cheap solution with great hardware. For only €2 per gig of RAM, you can get a 99000X or 9950X enabled server for just hosting Minecraft. Just to remind you, those are the best performing CPUs on the market right now. And with my code CygnusMC, you can get 35% off on your first order for your first month. And if you're already on a host, don't worry. All you need to do is use their super handy server importer to just get your server from the other host to your brand spanking new server on Lagless. And now let's get back on the video. See, Java Edition runs on, yes, you guessed it, Java. It uses something called the Java Virtual Machine as its engine. And this engine can be fine-tuned. You can turbocharge this shit. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather eat my actual shoe than to learn how to actually fine-tune it myself. Luckily for you, Aikar has made this for you. With over a decade of experience, he has made a large-ass text that will show you what the flags should be. And any good server host will allow you to edit your startup flags. You just go to your startup and then you paste it in there. Should be easy, and that should also give your server some much needed optimization. Now, you might ask yourself, why is this in the advanced tier? Because, again, a lot of people don't do this. I see a lot of support tickets come in that don't limit their entities. Some of the largest cause of lag spikes are entity. These can be item frames, redstone machines, massive mob farms, overcrowded animal pens because they collide to each other, and much, much more. Almost anything that is not in your inventory or not a block is an entity. That can cause lag. It's a good practice to always limit, within reason, how many entities can be used or seen or spawned in by every player. Paper actually does this fantastically with their entire optimization sheet in their settings config. And if you don't like Paper because it fixes bugs, then you can use Fabric, which also has a ton of mods that do the same thing. Speaking of which, this is kind of not an advanced thing again, but it's like something that I want to get off my chest. Fabric is great at optimizing, but it's not great itself, right? You need optimization mods. I've seen a ton of people come to me like, oh, I installed Fabric and it's not faster as Paper because it's not doing anything. And you might think, who the fuck installs Fabric without mods? There are people who do that because they think they can't join because they don't think it's vanilla. Fabric has some amazing optimization mods. It's the king of optimization mods. For example, lithium and ferrite core. These deal with some overhead memory dealings, and lithium also deals with some AI stuff that will also just optimize your server in general. Mods like Nauseum, C2ME, and Moonrise will also speed up world generation and just world loading in general in some cases. Server core is also an option that I don't see a lot of people use to dynamically change your render distance according to lag. Is the server too laggy? It will shrink the render distance down to like 5 or 6 until the lag is gone. Is the lag gone? Then it will expand back to its base value. These things are very cool to me because they dynamically impact your server instead of having a hard limit. It's very cool, but again, it's occasional. But you know what? I realized that there are so many people that watch me that have so many good tips. I want you to put in the comments your best tip, your one tip. If you could give someone your tip, put it in the comments and let me know what the best tip is for optimizing your Minecraft server. And with that all being said, I was Lunar, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.